YouTubers, they're talking about cell phone plans on talk radio. Who's been in a bad cell phone plan? Tell me who. In the comments. You like my hat? I got this thing too, this little sticky thing, so it goes down like this. It covers my side of my face if it gets really cold. It's pretty handy, this hat. Anyways, who's had a bad cell phone plan? I have. With Verizon when I was in the States. Oh man, they got me once, and then they said they fixed it to call Canada, and they got me twice. Talk radio.
Well, I think the charges are too much.
They're talking about cell phone plans, right? And there's a lady who left BC. I wish I was recording this. It was just talking about a lady who left BC who now lives in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And she pays 200 pesos, which is $13 Canadian, and gets her phone topped up. There's no cell phone plans. You just go there and you pay $13 a month or 200 pesos, and that's it. You're done for the month. And she gets 5 gigabytes of data. 5 gigabytes of data and unlimited calling to Canada, United States, and Mexico. So that's amazing. You know, here in Canada, we don't have that. Here, she said in the email that she wrote to the radio station, it was really good. I wasn't recording. I just got in the car. And she said that basically that she couldn't get over the regulatory tax spending of the government, and she couldn't handle you know, working and getting nowhere in life, so she left BC, and she's permanently living now in Mexico. So that's another one for you guys, you see. And it's a lady living on her own in Mexico, you know, and apparently she's in her early 30s, and she's just tired of, and she woke up in her early 30s, you know, just getting fed up with what's going on. Where are we at? You see, the problem with Canada is we don't know where we're at. I think Australia, honestly, is in the same boat as Canada, and so is the UK, right? People voted for Brexit to get out of the European Union, which is an absolute disaster, and now they're what's the point of having democracy if they want to change it now? People voted for this, now we don't want to do it anymore because we feel it's not a good thing for the UK. It's like, you know what? It's just propagandizing and making people think they're safe, being part of a bigger social structure when they're not. Anyways, yep. I wanted to throw this out there, guys. Bad cell phone plans. I've been on a really bad cell phone plan. When I was with Verizon in the States, they told me that I have unlimited calling to Canada and the US, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. And then I get like, you know, extra large dark roast with 1 cream.
Sure. Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's my coffee, guys. Let me see if they're talking about it again. That's a commercial. So it was really interesting to hear how this lady left. I wish she left a name or something, because I'd like to have her on my show. Because we had the other guy from Australia on my show that lives in Acapulco in the state of Guerrero.
Hi.
Hola. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Oh, coffee's nice and warm. Okay, anyways, so what's happening is Canada is going to clamp down on countries like Mexico. I'm just trying to think what else is a stable country that hasn't been destabilized so we don't flee to them. I honestly believe, I put my tinfoil hat on now. I'll put on my tinfoil hat. They're destabilizing a lot of these countries so that we have nowhere to run to. Believe me. Oh, you don't want to go to Colombia? They have guerrilla war. You don't want to go to Venezuela? Look what's happening. You don't want to go to Mexico? Look what's happening there. But people are taking the chance because it's so bad in their countries that people are just, I don't know, sick and tired of not going anywhere. Like, people are sick and tired of not advancing. And it's not about advancing with things and items and purchases. It's advancing in life and accomplishing and this and that. Nowadays, you can't even pay off your house. Ever. If you finance anything, you'll never pay. You have people paying off cars 5-6 years later because they were put into a really bad financial payment plan. Nah, it's still on commercial break. Man, I feel so bad I wasn't in the car earlier. But I really want you guys to hear that because I want you guys to know, you know. But I have a feeling like Mexico's not one of those good countries to overstay either. You got to be really careful because you got to fill out a Mexican tourist visa to stay. I think it's 90 or 30 days. I'm not sure what the law is now because a lot of Canadians are fleeing. So most people just generally go to the United States from Canada. Most people. And then others take the chance to go to Mexico because it's really cheap. Grocery shopping is about last time I was there it was super cheap, but right now I talked to a friend of mine who lives in Guerrero. His name is Federico, and I kind of use him to practice my Spanish, which is a good thing. I keep on my Spanish, but he basically told me that 30 bucks US you buy everything. Meats, bacons, but it's all good stuff too. And most of it's all like non-genetically modified. Like it's good quality food too. You buy good meat, good stuff. You buy, you know, like eggs and stuff is all, you know. So you got you're not buying it from a Costco. You're buying it from local markets that deal with that do their due diligence and deal with the local farmers and stuff, right? And the weather's good, so they can have good agriculture all year round, right? So, where was I, guys? Yeah. People fleeing. A lot of people, I see now, not only the mass exodus of major cities like Sydney, Vancouver, Toronto, London, Edinburgh. I don't see only those cities. I start seeing people leaving those cities, not to intermigrate in their country, but to go to places like Mexico. See, Mexico's a big country. There's a lot of decent states. I've been to almost every state in Mexico, and I've seen it. Lots of infrastructure, highways, strip malls, super malls, for everything. It's like when you go there, it's like, why are people leaving this place? It's actually nice. It's actually better than some U.S. cities. But it really is. Believe me. You know, I spent 2 years in Mexico. But like I said, they're really tough countries to overstay in. Like, you better be really careful because they could put you in prison for overstaying, right? And they don't, you know, in Canada it's a little bit different, right? Depending what country you're from. You could overstay, no problem. But with other countries, But anyways, let me know what you guys think too. I mean, like a lot of people, they're feeling this treadmill feeling. Feeling on the treadmill feeling is not that bad because you're getting a workout. Now you're feeling the treadmill feeling and not really getting the workout or seeing the end of the light of the tunnel at the light of the tunnel, or the end of the light of the tunnel. You're not seeing that. People aren't seeing that anymore, right? You know, people have some little bit of savings. They're like, you know what? I'm not paying $2,000 a month for rent. I got, let's say, for example, you got 22,000 bucks, all right? Equivalent to US dollars. You could live in Mexico with 22 large. You could get a decent place and pay 1,200 pesos a month for a nice one bedroom, like fully furnished. Most of the stuff in Mexico is furnished when you rent. And I mean, you could live like a good 3-4 years, like really good though. People are saying, yeah, you know what, Mike, I could clamp down on the mac and cheese, and then I could do this, and then I could rent a room somewhere. No, I'm talking about like you rent a nice one bedroom with a balcony facing the ocean. I'm talking about groceries at your disposal, whatever you need, like things like that. I'm talking about the real deal when it comes to living. You know, you can live a couple of 3-4 years like that. You know, hunking down on the mac and cheese and saving, you know, and getting by and stuff. I don't think that's the way. I don't think that's a good way to live, guys. I think there's a lot better ways to live out there. Well, I'm practically touching the sidewalk. Let me get into here. I'm just arriving at the store. Like, for me, I'm still in a good situation because I spend $70 a month on gasoline from it. Because I only drive. This is the only driving I'm doing. Is this. And I'm taking my time. I'm not even... My time. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, let's see if they're talking about it.
Also, definitely seeing some common themes among the age demographics.
She says they got between 80 and 100 people and both the...
Nah, let's talk about something else. Too bad. Anyways, guys, you're going to have to take my word for it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. I'd like to know. Are you feeling the treadmill feeling? Let me know. Comment below. I'd like to know.